Welcome back to Motorsport Manager, everybody. It's time for Munich the second time around. Going to try to redeem ourselves and not have a complete disaster this time while we hopefully secure, our promotion. Now, after this one, there'll only be 2 races left, so if we can expand our lead more in this race, I gotta think it's going to be fairly difficult to catch us. It's down to just AMG and ComToyu within 1 race's points. Ivan Muller's just a little bit outside. Actually, they're just less than 1 race's points as well. And W Racing a little further behind. It continues to be just a battle with the top 5, and we extended a little bit in Tandela, but we definitely have more work left. Simon Lazenby, questions from Sky. Finished well down the pecking order in practice. Did you struggle to find the right setup? Nope, it was fine. So nothing doing there. 3 pit stops. A little bit slower than before. We didn't get it under 6 seconds. And we get the win. Hughes was pushed to his limits. Well, that was true at the end of the race, but not before then. And scouting in. That continues. Lots more people to get through. Let's take a look at our pit crew. We got a 16 on the tires, low stamina, but we don't care. We're going to hire them. That third one down there was pretty useless. Then we got a 15 on the front and the rear jack. 100 stamina, but I still don't think that they're going to be any use to us because our existing people are better, I think. We got 17, 16, yeah. So we're just going to reject that one. So we get the 1 higher on the tires, but we needed more tires. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. We need to get Fedeschi out of there. We need a new rear jack person. And that's going to be, let's see, Vidal Miguez. Oh, Del Rosario, still good on the front. And let's see here, definitely got to get Meisner out of there for stamina reasons. We can put Bardsley, our new person, in. And can we improve this at all? I do not believe we can. Now, pure tire people, 2, 3, we've only got 4 that are just working on tires. Well, 5 considered Boudreaux because they're not going to get any time on the jack. And let's see, the lowest one is Luxton, but we hang around them. Bus at 12. I think it's time for you to go. You haven't been around that long, but there we go. And I think we'll stick with that. We drop a bit to 6th overall in the pit crew. We didn't get many choices for improvement this time. Working on that spoiler. And forward we go. Okay, car repairs in. Now for Munich, again, we have acceleration and suspension to be concerned with. Gearbox is almost there. The suspension has work to do. Yes, and that was our second one. So we want to get that one bumped up if we can, but I think we're focusing more on making sure we get our parts maxed out for the end of the year first. See, these would take 20 days, middle of October, a little bit past the race, and that would give us 2 more months. Is there anything else that we have yet to improve? I don't think there is. We're going to be getting a spoiler in a little while. So we'll want to work on that. Yeah, 10 days. Yeah, I think we can still afford the time to get that suspension out there. It's sort of a... To max it out, I basically need to go there. Yeah, so 10 and 10. We'll just stick with that for a bit, pull the gearbox off in a bit. And then we'll still get some good improvement here, just not going to go all the way. Let's do that. Then we'll have 2 max level suspensions for this next race, which should help our performance for sure. Help us lock down that promotion. That's probably a little too long to go. Yeah, we're at 92%. More scouting done. We don't really care. And we're going to yank that out. Okay, now to get this to... We need a 12 days still to get it to being totally ready. I think we're going to just take it down 1 spot to the 9. Again, we're not doing anything in the HQ, so we're sort of grinding our way towards the very end here. Zabo says, I'm getting a bit worried about Jake. He's been acting really strange lately. He started wearing this weird robe thing. Keeps asking me if my Kappa energy is aligned. I don't know about you, but it sounds like he's made some weird friends, if you know what I mean. He's joined a cult. Have you heard about Zodion? 20 weeks of -1 performance. But his morale's good. Well, that's not too exciting. And then our reserve has been caught speeding. He's able to control my car at high speeds. Actually gains marketability. Whatever. She's a reserve. Surprised that doesn't nuke Chairman Happiness or something. Alright, we've got a spoiler now that is finished, and now we've got to assess whether it's worth getting a new part in. So I was going to make this the last one. We definitely do want the performance out there. And this says 56 days. We don't have that long, but as soon as we get this suspension up, we'll be going back to maxing it. We're not going to worry about maxing that spoiler. Yeah, we can drop this down to like 7. That would be 49 days after the race, which is still pretty much taking us up to the end of the season. We might be able to get some work out of the next part, but again, I believe I decided to do the brakes on that. I don't think it's worth designing anymore. So what did we miss? We didn't max out the brakes. We have 2 max engines. We have 2 max gearboxes. We'll have 2 max spoilers and 2 max suspensions. So it's literally only the brakes. That's the only one that we missed out on. I'm not complaining about that at all. First, better than our target of 8th, 39 laps, 3.09 miles, gearboxes, and we're the best at it. Boy, I didn't even move, and 2 males. Maxime Martin is being an absolute nightmare. Not only does he constantly belittle me when talking to press, but now he's saying I'm not WTCR material. What should I do? Get your head down or channel your anger into racing? Aggressive or hard worker? You know, this is kind of a tough call for me because I don't know exactly what these traits do. I think he's not a very focused driver. He makes a lot of mistakes out there, so I don't think I want him to be more loose on the track. Let's tell him to get his head down. Then we got deceleration. He loves the brakes, feels phenomenally good. Better than most of the other cars going into a corner. Outstanding. So let's see what the hard worker one does. He's unsure about the future. His potential's way down. And I don't remember when that one came up. But that's like for almost another... So that's why he can't improve. He gets a +1 fitness and a boost to the mechanic relationship. Okay. That's kind of unfortunate. Morale, improvability, potential, all of that down. And that's going to last well into next year. Outstanding. Wonder if that possibly happened as a result of, let's see, the last race. Because he was getting positive morale until he totally screwed up in Tondela. Alright. Anyway, fitness will help. It'll help him not drop off as much later in the races. More scouting. Blah, blah. Munich preview. Huff is the hot favorite. Hughes is feeling confident about his lead. And Campos Racing likely to struggle. Nothing too exciting there. 90%. So let's go with those brakes then. And minimal effort on them. Put everything into these. Now that means 35 days after the race they'll be finished. Boy, and that's only the 16th. You know, 46th of October, you know, midway through November. So I think I was wrong. I think I do want to design that last brake part. I think we've got the people to make it happen. Okay, so now it's 35 days after the race until we need this again. 650K. Yeah, let's do it. Well, hold on. What happens if I do this? Improved tire wear efficiency, not worth the time given that we're not going to use the part this year. This doesn't change anything. Driver focus +2 during race would be nice, but... Alright, yeah, we're just going to stick with this. Onward. On to Munich. GMA is considering to remove the bonus payments for last place. KC Motor Group would not be happy about it. It's basically communism, said Jake Hughes. What's next? Make us all drive around the same car? Motorsport is, they can't swim, let's say let them sink. You know, do you remember what it was like, Jake, when you first started here? We were last place. You remember that? It's kind of ironic. In any case, we're going to change our fit parts here because it's time to get this suspension out there. Now, it's not that much of a boost, but it's still going to be better for Hughes than what he has. And overall, we are still second. We are still fourth on the engine. Top acceleration, top deceleration, top suspension, which we just improved, and top spoiler. They say Szabo's going to be fourth, and Hughes is going to be third. Hey, how about we actually meet your, your goal there for once, Szabo, and get some positive stuff to... Yeah, we'll see. See if that works. Going to be 21 for the race, so looking like good softs weather. Alright. Oh, there's a nice little 0 to start with, Szabo. Way to not be impressive today. Weather's going to be cool. I think we're definitely going with the softs. But let's just take a look at the tire wear here in a second to be certain of that. "39 laps. Like to try to do it on 2 sets of softs. That would mean not being super aggressive on them after those first couple laps, but I think I'm still going to try to make it happen. That looks reasonable. Now let's get out there and see what we can do for our practice session. Szabo 4.1. Nails the race trim at least. Svaneborg will have to reset for it, but has better early form. Alright, time to excise those Munich demons. Last race didn't happen. Today is a whole new day. Hughes is not going to crash. Szabo hopefully not going to make an idiot out of himself. And he likes the handling. Is up to almost decent driving, while Svaneborg going down, but she likes the speed balance too, so yeah, Szabo retreating on the form, but we still have a pretty good start. And it's looking like we're going to hit level 2 race trim, but not a lot of time to spare. More weight in the front, says Zabo. Yep, and the temperature going down, but it's supposed to be warmer than this for the race. So, still think softs, without going too aggressive on them, is the play. Alright, wants shorter gearing as well, so he's got a couple of issues that he wishes to rectify. Might as well bring them both in. We're about to hit that level 1. And there it is. So yeah, I think we'll be between 2 and 3 minutes when we hit it for the second time. No chance of level 3. So, hopefully, we will get a chance to get a little bit closer to our setup. Liking the handling over there. And you want the ballast in the front, do you? Let's try something like that. I think just a bit more oversteer, so maybe there. And you wanted shorter gearing. It's probably a bit far. Let's go to there. Just see where that lands. Svaneborg the faster, despite not really liking her setup. But it's at 81. She loves the handling. Speed is good. Let's assume we're going to drop that a bit. And push the weight like we did with Zabo. Maybe to about there. And let's drop this back to there. That would mean that's as low as we can get this without doing any more shenanigans. But I'm not going to do any tire pressure, camber, or any of that yet. So let's get out there for a few more laps and nail level 2. Svaneborg now driving well, Zabo is not. Svaneborg likes the ballast. Both drivers regressing to the mean. And Zabo likes the ballast. Svaneborg also likes the speed adjustment. Go and bring her in. Oh, too late. Okay. Bring both of them in at the end of this lap. Don't know if we will have enough time. Let's just wait and see till we get around here. Less than a minute. Yeah. See if it'll let me cancel. It didn't let me cancel him. Okay. Oh, it is. So I canceled the time that he came into the pits, but now he's going back out. Because I just don't think there's enough time to make a change and get a reading on it there. So let's just keep working on the setup knowledge part. Obviously a much better showing in practice than we had the previous race. Alright, so a lot of mediums, but we did pretty well. Not really sure where that's going to leave us, to be honest. See what happens when Hughes gets in the car. And we've got another fan for life up here. That's beautiful. And Mulsanne, impressive, with Berman leading the practice. Take a look at our setup. Now, light-footed soft tires, I think this is going to be the perfect race to use that on for Szabo. Both drivers with work to do. 91% for Szabo. Poor, and maybe a little bit more on the low speed. The handling went up too far. So let's try it the other way. Alright, so let's go like this. Yeah, let's try that. That'll be your starting showing. We're up to 92%. Now on Hughes's car, went from poor to good, probably a little bit more lower speed, and then adding more acceleration didn't seem to, it's weird to move that much and still have it in good. Let's do some shenanigans here then. Just see how that works. See if that acceleration helps him at all. Or if it's just a big mistake. Both drivers looking solid or better coming out. And let's hope that we get some good results here. Should be just short enough for us to do a 2 start and stops. Depends on the adjustments we have to make, and let's just take a look at it when we get around here. I want to be certain. No more repeats of last time, when we didn't quite have enough and we thought we did. Okay, so 2.5, another 2.5 would get it down to 3. Yep, that's too tight. So we're not going to do that again. 90%, yikes. Got to make some serious adjustments there. What about Hughes? 89. The speed balance is just not there. Went from good to good. Okay, so I think we want it like up higher for him. So if we bring this back down, Yeah, I think that's what I would want to try. Well, given that, the track's going to get faster later. But I think I've got to send these guys out now. And then see if I can maybe get them back on the track for a final reading at the end after they've gotten their time. I've never done that before, but these times are dreck. So, poor, great, and good. Okay, a little bit more on the high-speed side then. Good. Let's see, great, good, and right back to great. We need to get lower on the understeer, and I just put it back where it was. Poor, good, and still good. So I think more top speed and more high speed and more understeer. Nope. Yeah. I like that. That is what you're going to go with. And once you get out there, I'll send Hughes out behind you. So we're going for our time right in the middle of the qualifying session, which just sort of throws all the normal stuff that I do for a loop. Zaba was at 10 for him, but he's throwing it in the tank here as he gets out on the track, already down to the low fives. Yuck. And into the fours. Boy, you are stinking it up, Zabo, per usual. Okay, so now we're going to boost that top speed. Yes, we were going to get this back in line first. Okay. That's quite a gap there, but we're going to go with it. 35 seconds. May very well be making some race day adjustments. And Hughes finally heads out, as Zabo working his way towards his qualifying lap. And Hughes is not going to have much time once he finishes. Looking good for Zabo. He's down, down under 3, and Hughes at 3.7. Yuck. No matter how bad we do... Oh, Hughes up now. But no matter how bad we do, it's going to be better than we had last time when we didn't set any times. But I'm mostly concerned about the setup, because that's going to matter a lot more even than where we finish in qualifying. And Szabo looking like he's going to finish towards the second half of the field and not do me any favors. Neither one of them is going to be able to make more adjustments. .14th. Not good. Meanwhile, Hughes just ahead of the pace. So despite him joining the Zodion cult, Jake Hughes definitely still the better of my two performers. Now he's slipped behind. And he's in danger of not hitting that sponsor objective if he doesn't get a strong finish. Right now he would be 11th if he maintained it, and he's likely to fall further behind. Yeah. 12th and 15th. Oh my goodness. That was, like, we're supposed to finish 3rd and 4th. That was terrible. That was terrible. Hopefully we got some setup issues we can work out in our last gasp adjustments. Starting in the middle of the pack is not what I wanted from this race. I think Huff is smug. We're in the middle of the pack. We'll want more from tomorrow's race, that's for sure. DG Sport show them how it's done. That's pretty rare. Try spending more on your cars. Haha, you're funny. I spend quite a bit on my cars, thank you. All right. Race trim and light-footed soft tires will forego the performance boost. Race trim and tire changes. Here's the important part. Well, Hughes has the setup. He's got 98%. He's going to go with soft tires. He is ready to go. What about Szabo? Not so much. 97. That's still good. That's a big boost. Okay, let's see what adjustments we're going to make. Poor. Great. Good. And great. Okay, so just a little bit lower speed to get in between those. Speed. Poor. Great. Good. And great. I'm going to leave that and just tweak this the tiniest bit. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. That should be slight improvement. Alright, both drivers going to go all out at the beginning. Then we're going to back off the tires and see what happens. Now we've got 21 degrees. Okay. So there's Martin, who's been running his mouth. Gio Venardi in the top spot. We've got Hughes in row 6 with a form of 6, and back in row 8, Szabo, yuck. So let's see what we get from Hughes at the beginning. Both looking pretty good. Not great, but and there comes Szabo up the inside. Szabo and Hughes side by side, 12th and 13th, and there's Szabo going ahead. So somebody just went wide. I think it was Oriola. Yep. 9th and 15th. 10th and 15th, 16th. Not too impressive for Hughes. I mean, he's got good form, but he is not having a good opening lap. Not the best line there on that turn, Szabo. We're going to have to start backing off the tires at the end of this lap. Hughes, 17th, just not getting it done early on. Yep, we're going to do it now. Switch back to push. We'll go to neutral as soon as it maxes out. 9th and 15th after the first lap. We are showing no signs of being the kind of podium team that they're expecting. Now, of course, the question is, well, how are our competitors doing? Szabo sticking his nose in the top 10. And now he's going after, who is that? Suri. Alright, I'm going to go back down to neutral. Because of the tire strategy we're doing, I don't want to fry him, don't want to get him into the red. And Szabo battling Suri. Hughes battling in further back. And there's Szabo. Berman under investigation. And we'll switch back to high. Berman been given a drive-through penalty. That's going to help us. Come on, tires, go down. Szabo losing the spot. Hughes all the way down to 18th. Driving well, he's just not getting it done out there. Let's see what our... Okay, we did get up to 98% there. And Hughes is at 98. So we pulled off a 98-98 setup. I can't argue with that. I can't say that it's not good enough for any of those things. Just need these guys to perform. I want to track where our tires are at neutral, because if we can't get to the halfway point of this race, we need to back off. And Hughes upset at somebody doing something. Shader's been given a drive-through penalty. And Hughes locked up. That's not going to help his tires, but Szabo's at 89%. Let's see how that goes. Shader going through for a penalty, though, is going to be helpful to us, obviously, as they're our top competition out of many. Szabo's form is picked up. He's sitting right in there behind Banani and Suri, and now he's trying to make a pass. He's not losing much in terms of tire wear. Yeah, I think we can pretty much hold this at neutral, or come close. We're definitely going to stick with neutral for now. Szabo just not quite able to get there. So our temperature is going to go up at all, not till much later. Okay, so I think we're going to stick on neutral, run these tires till they're basically dead, and then switch. Now I'm basically just looking for a good spot to do a check on our fuel. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I haven't totally given up on Szabo moving up here. Now Hughes, right in the middle of traffic. And I can't help but think if he didn't join the cult, he'd be up a few more spots. But he's just like, I mean, he looks faster. Not by a huge amount, though. His best lap of the race, and it didn't get him much. Yeah, and couldn't accelerate out of the corner. Like, this is a gearbox level. Why are we getting beat on acceleration? It's weird. So maybe he'll move up. He does have the short pit stops, of course. Szabo still in a pact. And Hughes drops to 17th behind Katzberg. So not his day, and Szabo's form continuing to pick up. So sort of our black sheep, Zsolt Szabo, is saving our bacon here. And Munich is just being mean to us. Hughes gets the spot back. I'm still going to push it one more lap here with Szabo. Of course, Hughes right in the middle of lots of action. I can't afford to back him off of anything if I can avoid it. There's Decker right behind Szabo. Race better? That's all I got. Almost stuck his nose around the inside there. He looks stronger. He just doesn't look like he's quite able to make the pass. Well, there we go, maybe. Both about even coming out of that turn, but he's on the wrong side for the next one. Does he have the power to get around the outside? I think he does. Alright, I'm going to switch to medium. I may pay for this. So far he's holding it. So Szabo in 7th, Hughes back in 17th and driving worse. It looks like we're, yeah, very low tire burn, or fuel burn for this. Almost 0.06. Definitely 0.05 a lap. I can afford to go high a little bit more. see if I can get any more passes in here. But I think I've got to back off now with Hughes. Which I would rather not do, but it is what it is. We get past a few cars on the pit, but I need more than that from him. Yep, we'll go medium now with Szabo as well. It'll probably have some fuel to burn later, but we've burned most of what we can. I'm just going to ride this out. And Hughes just driving worse. He wasn't doing well when he was driving better. Just gradually fading and just having himself a very bad day. And, you know, I'm at a loss to explain it. Got a good setup. They were rated highly for this track. Our car is good now. So when he was driving well, he should have been able to be, I mean, top 10 minimum for both drivers. And he just didn't get there. Meanwhile, Szabo holding in 7th. Ahead of Decker and behind Suri by about a second each. His form has fallen. And Hughes' tires, I think he locked up a second time somewhere that I didn't notice. Because he's going to have to come in earlier. He's probably, yeah, he's going to have to really stretch this to even finish on his tires, unfortunately. Szabo does have better tires than most of, like, I think all the cars ahead of him, really. Philippi is out there with the lead, but after that... So, none of the top teams really doing well. We would lose 2 points to Comptoyo, who moves ahead of AMG, only gets 1. But we wouldn't lose anything significant except for the W Racing. The bottom line is we'd have a 30-plus point lead going into the last 2 races. I could definitely live with that, but not the way that it's happening. You're struggling to do lots of things today. You've been struggling to overtake Katzberg for like half the darned race. I mean, I wish you weren't, but... You know, you look a bit stronger. But not enough to do anything about it. You see Suri right up there, right behind, or Szabo right behind Suri. You get a bit of that bobbing and weaving that they do and trying to get by. And, you know, they just look so close, you just feel like there's going to be a move somewhere. That whole pack of cars just staying right next to each other, 3rd through 7th, 3rd through 8th, really, with Decker behind, and nobody able to make anything happen. It's just like a procession, a parade. There's Suri trying to get to the inside of Martin, not making it happen. Szabo had a brief moment there where it looked like he might do something. Another one there. But it's not going his way. So Hughes only has a couple laps left on these tires. He's going to have to come in, goodness, on 17? I'm going to have to stretch him a lap and keep him out there till 18. Which means I'm going to go conserve now. That is really unfortunate. He may drop back even more. Szabo's form not going in the right direction. And now Hughes into the red for the last lap plus. Wait for him to get around to the finish line, of course, before I make the call. Come in, switch tires. Let's hope the pit crew's up for a good job. We have 11% risk chance, slightly higher than we had last race. And Szabo's form went in the tank. He's got a little bit longer. He can stay out there till lap 20, which would be my preference, just over halfway through. And lots of bunching up here around Hughes, who's trying to get by Nagy. I think he's got it. Despite his bad driving, that's a thing. And in he comes. Morbidelli is in. And I imagine we'll be seeing more soon. Once again, just over 6 seconds. Switch back up to neutral. We're going to go ahead and try to get by Morbidelli here. Morbidelli is on medium tires. So we need to make this happen. Come on, Jake. Oh, he's about to really irritate me. A couple other cars going to come in on this lap, so Szabo's still going to wait one more. Of course, they've got bigger problems with their tires than does Szabo. It's too bad that he wasn't able to take advantage of that and make any passes. There he goes. And now he will come in. Hughes still in 23rd. Still stuck behind Morbidelli. Unbelievable. To heck with it. I'm pushing now that too. Just get by. Gotta back off the fuel now. Oh, Hughes, what is your problem? Szabo up to 4th. Yep, it's going to be steady the rest of the way. It's going to keep getting faster. And here comes Philippi in. Of course, Szabo about to join. .3. No. We're going to go high and push here. We're not going to sit behind Decker, are we? Are we? Decker got behind. Okay, now Hughes got up to... No, still behind Morbidelli. Just Nagy pit. Yeah, we've got to back off now on the tires. Just as he goes by. You kidding? Okay, push. Go by. Go by. Oh, don't even think about letting him get back. Doesn't matter now. It's you pushing when it's red doesn't do any good. Come on, Jake. Think he got it. Szabo, though, was just sitting here behind Decker, so we're just going to back off and see what happens. Gotta wait to see what happens with these pit stops, but I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like it at all. Decker just did the fastest lap of the race. Well, I guess I can't be too sad about not getting by. So we're 17th and 20th. Hughes did appear to get by a few cars with that fast pit stop. Martin's going to be coming in soon. I mean, all these medium cars, most of them coming in eventually. It's really hard to say just yet where we're going to be. And Szabo stinking it up. Hughes below average. Right now, I mean, the cars that are up high are still mostly not us. Contoyu would only close the gap to 20 points. I don't like the idea of being this close to the end of the year and just sort of limping across the finish line. But if that's the way we've got to do it, the nice thing is Hughes has empty space behind with Morbidelli, empty space ahead, so he can just sort of drive, and if he's able to drive well enough to do anything useful, then he will gradually catch up to Benani here. And it looks like that's what he's doing. Okay. Well, that's better than having traffic in front of him slowing him down, which is what we have with Szabo, of course. Just look at all this. Among cars that have pit, we are 7th and 10th. We gonna pass all the rest of them when they come in? Probably not. I'd like to fall Decker past Shader here, who's on fading medium tires. That would be nice. Especially with Auer right behind. Come on. Get by, Szabo. Alright, fine. No. You get by. You just get by. There we go. Okay, now that puts both of the AMG drivers behind him. They've got no points right now. He's sticking right behind Shader. While Hughes in 18th. Down to 5 seconds. And just slowly closing that gap. I think he's a little bit low on fuel. We got a collision with Huff and Suri. Looks like they were both cleared. And now, I mean, Auer's right behind us because we've got all this traffic. Oh, Szabo poking around trying to get by Decker. Now goes low. You've got a little bit of fuel. Let's use it. Can't think of a better time. Come on. Come on. There we go. If you would just get ahead and stay there. This is rough. I need this to happen without burning much more fuel. Don't have a choice. I've got to go down to medium. But I think I got it. So that's 13th. Getting by Decker is big. We got Giovinardi and Nagy ahead on medium tires. Twelfth is Nagy, who is fairly worn medium tires. Will eventually come in. Let's make a pass before that happens, shall we? There we go. Maybe. Side by side with Nagy. Trying to pull ahead. I think we got it, because we'll have the inside on this turn. There we go, up to 12th. Georgi's next, and Georgi's going to be going in soon or collapsing with those tires. So Szabo working his, if he can avoid any disasters, he's working his way up through the field. And Raquelme up there is, you know, not doing too hot on tires either. So just should be able to gradually inch our way. Yeah. Come on, get around. Get to the inside, outside, any direction. Oh, DuPont repairing. Okay. Yep, drive-through penalty for Szabo because he locked up and ran into Georgi. Unbelievable. What an epic fail disaster this has been. And I think they're going to make Georgi come in too, but Georgi wants to come in. Well, there's nothing for it. We just see where we are when we come out. But I mean, I think we just threw a top 10 finish out the window right there. I don't even know that we get any points. Hughes is 15th meanwhile. Down to about 4 seconds on Bonani. With all these drivers coming into the pits, I mean, he's going to move up. Szabo out in 13th. Hughes is 11th. Three seconds plus back. Hamola is eventually going to come in. But that's it. And Hughes can't do anything really but just ride this out. Szabo has a bit of tire, but no reason to use it here. Mortara's ahead, and then Hughes. And Mortara, we're not catching him, so Georgi is at least driving well. Alright, here comes Hamola. Now let's find out how far that drops. Now we're going to see about where we're going to finish. And yeah, Hamola comes out too far ahead. Okay, so we're looking at 11th and 13th, which would be barely sponsor bonus and no points. Unless Hughes can make a push at some of these guys and catch up all the way, we would get no points. Comtoyu gets 12, AMG gets 2. So it basically it's all going to tighten up a little bit. Campos with the top points. Philippi there. Nobody a big winner here, which helps us. Both drivers driving well now, for whatever good that's going to do. Szabo's 8 seconds behind Hughes. He's not getting back up there this race. I don't see it happening. Just speed through this for a while. See if Hughes can get up behind and do anything here. He doesn't. I don't have any fuel to give him. And in fact, he's probably going to have to back off some. Honestly, I might as well do that now. Back him off to what he's going to need for the race. Less than a tenth is what I've got to get him. It's getting pretty close. Let's just go ahead and conserve on the tires a bit. It's hanging right there. So when I can go back to neutral and then maybe a little bit of push on the tires, maybe I make a pass or two here. It's possible. I can get minimal points. And Szabo, just, you know, the gap growing on both sides. He's got nothing. Taking longer than I thought to get down there. Almost to where I want to be on the fuel, but not quite. Boy, and look at how Hughes is driving. You know what? I'm going to go for it now. Medium push, get by. I just don't want to throw away a period with that strong a form. Half a second coming up behind him. Now he's looking like he wants to start making a move. Doesn't have a lot of tire left, but maybe just enough to get up to 10th. Maybe just enough. Maybe not. He's taken the outside line on both turns there. Get to the inside here, please. Nope, that's the wrong way. Yeah, 0 for 3 on getting the right line on the turns. And so much for that. Gotta go back down to neutral. Almost got enough fuel. I'm gonna stick with this. See if he can keep the pressure on and find a way by. And we'll just push for a bit with Szabo. The other thing is Hughes is not going to have... Yeah, I've got to go conserve. He's not going to have the tires to finish. I really should not have done that push section. Look at that. He slides to the inside beautifully under the last turn. And is holding him off even while he's conserving the tires. Of course, try to strategize it, it doesn't work. He's like, no, I'll do it my way. I'll do it the right way. I'll just do it later. I wasn't in the mood that lap. And I think I'm going to go low with Szabo, make sure he has enough fuel to finish. Let's have him match up with Hughes or get a little bit lower than that. So Hughes has dropped to 5.9, but the damage is done. He's up to 10th. That's only 1 point. But I'm going to take every single point I can get at this stage. Gotten hotter or something? Because your tires are a little warm. Back them off. There we go. Now we'll go medium the rest of the way. And just see what happens with you. But Hughes now has still got to get through 4 more laps on tires that are dying. He's got enough to get through the rest of this lap fine. They're going to start getting red on the next one, and then they're going to really start slowing him down a bit before the end of the race. He may not be able to hold this against Benani. Although Benani's tires I don't think are any better. We're at 26. Benani's pushing them and at 25, so... Oh my, Philippi coming into pit. Alright, we'll take that free spot. I didn't see that happening. And Decker, you see a lot of these cars really low on tires. I figured they were going to push all the way through it, but maybe they don't. And Hughes has a fuel problem again. Okay, Benani's going to come in. Takes care of that. Let's go and go low here for a bit. Yeah, we're going to have to do some neutral anyway. Let's do it now. Not sure why my calculation was that far off on the fuel. And Hughes up to 7th. Yeah. CYOT has really improved what they're doing though. Suri for them has the lead with crap tires, but is probably going to finish it. Okay, we're going up to medium. See if Hughes can finish. Medium there for Szabo. Huff getting by Martin. So those spots actually gained CYOT more than they did us. Hughes is going to finish 7th, but CYOT is winning. Hughes said we need to be doing better, and Szabo says 10th is a complete disaster. He got up to 10th. We got some points, but CYOT did better, and now they're right on our heels. Yeah, bit of a mystery that, but Paris, or Munich rather, did not go the way I wanted to. Not at all. Not the way I wanted, not the way I expected. Well below our predicted finish. Drive-through penalty for Suri for lots of people. So Hughes remains first place. And Szabo is all the way down to last, even after getting a point. 17-point lead, 27, 42, 52. Again, there's still 4 teams within a single race of the lead, and CYOT now 17 points back. That's a little too close for comfort. So we have somebody in love with Szabo. Need to give Campos a good beating, says one of the fans, and yeah. Szabo's morale hits the tank. His mechanic relationship goes down, even though he finishes in the top 10 because it was below his expectations. His 5.0, he's only done better than that once. It's his second best finish, but still not good enough for him. And of course, he's thinking that's okay. 5.7. You know, that's below average finish by a bit for Hughes to this point. Marketability goes up a bit. We only hit one of our bonuses. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look. So I haven't notched it in a while. You can see our team marketability up to 57%. So that's gradually going up. We got Cape Town and Sydney left, don't we? Yep. And this one's going to come down to the wire. It really looks like that way. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to seal it off before the final race. Every decision I make, Cape Town and Sydney, is going to be really important. And a lot of times in this game you run away with the title. A lot of other times, you're just totally down and out. This one is a real battle. It's a battle with a lot of teams. I think you can probably cross out Ivan Muller now. 52 points back, 4 teams ahead, 2 races. Yeah, they're out of it. W Racing is going to be tough for them, but ComToU, AMG, and us all very much still in this. So we'll be heading off to Africa next time. Till then, thanks for watching, everybody. Apparently exciting finish to the 2018 season will continue.